Hey guys, Lori LeBlanc, the Hope Coach, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. Hey, today I have been trying to figure out what I want to talk about in my daily musings, and I've had so much on my mind today trying to figure out, really a message that I wanted to distill down, and it keeps coming back to the thought that your beliefs create your reality. And I'm sure you've heard that before, and sometimes I think we hear things like that seem so simplistic, and we kind of just dismiss it of, well, yeah, okay, I believe that, but what does it really mean? So I've been thinking a lot about that today, and looking around, and it is something that I believe, and I'm thinking about how it translates into life and how I can utilize that. I've got some shadows, and how I can utilize that information to create the things that I want in my life. So I started really thinking about, what does that mean? What does it mean your beliefs create your reality? Well, if you look around at everything that is in your life, your beliefs up to this point is what has created everything that you see in your life. And I think when you can kind of step outside yourself and look at it from that angle, then you can sort of feel a very powerful presence in yourself to realize that, okay, if my beliefs created all of this, then is this what I want? Or if I want something else, how am I going to change my beliefs so that I get what I really want? And so I think when you can kind of step outside yourself and look at it from that angle, it's like, okay, my beliefs up to this point have created this in my life. And if this, whatever this is not working, what am I going to do to change it? Because it's not going to change on its own, no matter how much you wish things were different or you want things to be different. Until you can really get that belief in your head, it's not going to change. And so I think really looking at it from that angle can kind of help you see, okay, so what do I need to do now? How can I change this belief? It's not serving me anymore. This particular area of my life is not where I want it to be, but I have created that. Up to this point, that is what I've created. So now, if I want something different, I'm going to have to change my thoughts about it, my feelings about it, my actions about it. We've kind of talked about that in the alignment video I did about making sure that the wants, the things that you say you want, are in alignment with the actions that you're doing on a day-to-day basis. So most of us, I think, just kind of go through life on default, and we go through the motions. We get up, we get ready, we go to work, we come home, we cook dinner, relax a little, go to bed, and start the whole process the next day without ever really stopping and thinking, is this what I want? Is this truly the life that I want? So I think one of the first steps is just sort of taking an examination and looking at everything in your life. And when I work with clients, I have this wheel of balance that I do where I look at, 8 or 9 different categories, and I have the clients rate them in terms of, their satisfaction with that particular area of their life. And then we sort of map it out on a wheel, and you can see very quickly the areas that are causing you not to have a balanced life. And so when you do that and you kind of look at the areas that, okay, I'm not really where I want to be in this particular area, and then start kind of reverse engineering it and looking at, okay, what are my beliefs around this area? Do I think it's not possible to support myself without a job that I have to go to 9 to 5? Because that's just a programmed belief in my mind that I have to work a 9 to 5 job or whatever, 8-hour job a day in order to be able to provide for myself and my family. That's a very strong belief, and one that's not real easy to get rid of, because society has kind of ingrained that in our head. You have to work, you have to work, you have to work. And we never really stop and look at that and say, is that really true? Do I have to do this 9 to 5 grind every day, doing something that I really don't want to do, but yet I don't really know any other way of supporting myself? could there possibly be another way of supporting myself? And that whole question opens up the dialogue of other possibilities. And if you let yourself just kind of sit with that for a while, it's like, okay, is it possible that I could do something else that I love that would be able to support me? And that's just the beginning, and let it grow. Let those ideas sort of flow into your mind. See which ones fit. See which ones you think are a possibility. And then slowly start changing your belief around that. I have to work 8 hours a day, or I can't support myself, to, well, maybe I could do this, or maybe I could do that. And just let your mind sort of wander a little bit and see what the possibilities are. And then we'll work on that, taking action steps later. But that's kind of where it starts, is you have to start seeing those possibilities. And that's where your belief system can change, when you can start seeing those possibilities. Now, you may initially think, oh, well, nah, I can't do that. But at least your brain has started opening up to the possibilities. And once you can open up to those possibilities, well, then you can begin looking at ways that those possibilities might become a reality in your life. And so this is kind of the thing I've been thinking about today, is examining my own beliefs in the areas that I don't feel are really quite where I want them to be. You know, what are my beliefs around that area that are keeping me locked into that that situation? You know, what are the beliefs that I have, and are there other possibilities? And so that's what I would encourage you to do today. Look at the different areas of your life, and see which ones are not really where you want it to be, and start thinking about possibilities. You know, what are some other possibilities for me in that area that might change that for me? And then we'll start working from there. Anyway, peace out. Talk to you later. Lori LeBlanc, the Hope Coach.